Well, hello there. What we have here is a Tagwork Cape Chin Farmhaus Ale. I don't know what all these words mean, but we looked up Cape Chin. Apparently, it's a hiking trail on the northern Bruce Peninsula, something like that, or the Bruce Trail in getting up kind of northern Ontario. This beer is from the Paris Brewing Company or the Paris Beer Company, lovely Paris, Ontario, Canada. And Farmhaus is apparently German, and it means farmer's place of residence, or like a farmhouse. So yeah, farmers like their beer. I'm not a true farmer, but I like beer too, so maybe we'd get along. This is a stronger beer, 6.5%, and it's got a whole list of ingredients, or tones, or notes, I guess they call it. So it's a complex, smooth operator, spiked with citrusy coriander, caramel, malt, hibiscus flower, botanicals. Actually, botanicals from Cape Chin, so maybe they got them from the trail. And yeah, whew. Let's give her a go. Hurry up and wait. Right? Well, there's the caramel right away. Got some subtle artwork there. We'll give her a go. Yeah, it's got the definitely got a little citrus, a little caramel. It is smooth. The can does not lie. It's all on the can right there. It's wonderful, wonderful drink. Another little sip before we get into a story here about an actual farmhouse. Maybe near the Bruce Trail. Not sure. But one day, this old farmer, it's going back a few years, but he's out plowing with a donkey and a plow, and he's been out there for a while. And it's around supper time, and the wife comes out. I know, not supposed to do that back in those days, but she comes out to the field and says, "Look, you've been out here all day. You got to get in at supper time. It's getting dark. Like, it's time for supper." And the old farmer's like, "Well, almost time. Just let me finish up, honey." And she's nagging him, and all of a sudden the old donkey rears up and kicks her right in the head. Just like killed her instantly. And the farmer, he's kind of shaken up by it, but life goes on, and he gets to the funeral home. They have the funeral, and with the visitation, like all these people keep coming up to him, and like quite well-known people in the community, and so the lineup's pretty long. And the minister of the funeral, he's watching, and he notices that all the women, when they talk to the old farmer, they say something to him, and he nods his head, yeah. And for some reason, he notices that when all the men talk to him, the farmer's shaking his head, no. So after like 2 hours of all these people talking to the old farmer, finally everyone's gone, and the minister goes up and says, "Hey, I noticed something strange when all the people were giving them their condolences." He said, "All the women, when you talk to them, you were nodding your head yes." And the old farmer says, "Yeah, well, like they were saying such nice things about my wife, and how she's great in the community, and such a provider for our kids, and how everyone's gonna miss her, and I couldn't help but agree with them, so I just shook my head, yeah, and I agreed with them." And they said, "Oh, that's very nice of people to talk well about your wife." And he said, "Now what about the men. He said, you kept shaking your head. No, no, no. And he goes, well, I'm not really well off, and all the men, they just wanted to buy my donkey. Beer and a joke.